Greetings and salutations. We are back with Twin Flame Union reunion and recognition. Usually these readings here at LLE.Ascension, it's usually when you first meet your twin, you get like a certification that okay, this is your twin. You know, this is for twins who've been in recognition. Okay, best advice I can give you, free advice I can give you during recognition, which is my personal opinion. The first 2 years you knew your twin, or you'll get to know your twin. Get to know as much about your twin as possible, where they come from, where their origins, where they came from, so you can get the whole journey of how this shit started. It doesn't start when you get the verification if this is your twin or not. It doesn't start the day you two met. It didn't even start that time. It started when however you two came together. There's a story to it. You was in some situation. Obviously, you freed yourself out that situation, or you went through a transformation process, or reinventing yourself or whatever the fuck. You come from someplace. Your divine counterparts come from someplace. You both meet at the same place. Whatever place this place is, the environment of where you meet your twin says a lot about your twin flame demo. I'll just use mine as an example. I met my twin flame at college. Not the streets. You feel me? Like not doing dirt. Not out here in my former life when I was in the streets doing stupid shit. Not in his former life when he was in the streets stupid shit. Doing stupid shit. My twin's 30 years older than me. So even the dynamic, university is different. It's what I tell people all the time. These young generation kids who don't want to go to college and shit, I'll be like, y'all tweaking. Fuck is you talking about? College is different. It ain't just kids 18 to 24 in college at universities and shit. No, it's hella old people. It's hella disabled people that go there. It's motherfuckers with seeing eye dogs over there. It's people with Tourette syndromes getting their education out in this motherfucker. It ain't about age at university. There is no commonality at universities, at least not these days. You'd be surprised who you meet. Met my twin at this place right here. And it's my drive by that motherfucker. I just get the shake of my head like, man, shit crazy. But like I said, the whole transition to this place has a story. My twin's transition to this place has a story. It's tripped out. We came at the same place. It's tripped out. We lived on the same street. It's tripped out. We went to rival high schools. It's tripped out. We kind of from the same soil. It's kind of tripped out. We both got glasses, gaps around this motherfucker, features and shit. Y'all married, y'all twins, right? So y'all kind of like the same. Once again, the journey started well before you two met. And that shit you can only really realize when you got the time to do it during recognition. Spend it wisely. You only get, recognition only happens one time. You only meet your twin one time. That story better be wrong. That journey, that whole little realization better be cold. Kick it off from the gate analyzing. Kick it off from the gate trying to learn and perfect and develop this shit, like nurture this shit. For real. Union happens one time. You and your twin finally back in cahoots. Y'all finally back talking. Twin moved away. They finally moving back home. Four of Wands, Twin Flame Union, reunion, recognition. Four of Wands could be home. Home is where the heart is. It's also where the hate is, where some of the greatest become greater. It's also the fourth and fifth dimension, the infinite Zion in Matrix terms. But, union happens one time. The day you two become one, the day you two get on the same page, the day you two harmonize and unionize, man, you two become one. That's a momentous day. That's just like recognition. That should have a date, or at least a time period. Your twin flame stages, it's in eras. You know what I'm saying? It's in years. It's broke down in years. People who've been in this twin flame journey in less than a year, less than 2 years, it's like you're still in recognition period. You ain't in separation. Oh, you think this is separation? Oh shit! Wait until true separation happens. If you can't handle it here and it's pre-separation or fake separation here, I don't know what's gonna happen when this shit is really YouTube. It ain't over, but separated. Separation happens frequently, but reunion happens frequently too. Those are two things that's really, you're gonna spend more time separating and reuniting with your twin than the bliss period you're gonna have when you first meet your twin, and that bliss period y'all have during union when you two become one for the first time. First card in this message, overall energy, which is fairly important. In this reading, we got the Queen of Wands, the Divine Feminine. Now, when it comes to twin flame union, reunion, recognition, this whole twin flame thing, feminine, you're the expedition leader. You understand what I'm saying? You're the one who propels this. You're the one who nurtures, shapes, and grows and develops this relationship. That is this twin flame thing. Rule number one in this twin flame game, it's optional. Your masculine don't have to deal with you. Your masculine don't have to deal with this. When you get to talking about this, when you get to mentioning this type of shit, like, you know what I'm saying? He can really write you off as crazy, really pay you no mind. Really just throw you in a box and categorize you with everybody else. But what makes a divine feminine is shit that she does. So your masculine don't have to get it. He ain't got to figure this shit out. He can not want to figure this shit out. He can, like, really write you off as crazy and do all that crazy silly shit, right? Them silly stunts. But off what you do, you still find a way to influence him. You still get away from him to see the light. You still find a light in yourself. And what you got is what you're doing. The world and even your masculine can throw pinnacles, persons, places, and things you can taste, that, see, feel, and hear, in your face all the time. But like I say, he cannot deny your actions. So, the feminine's job to lead and direct the situation. Masculine, it's your job to protect the feminine at all costs. But who's the most, I would say, important person? She just came back. She in the crib. Like I say, it's like chess. Feminine, you can move all across the board. You're the most deadly, most feared person on the board. But at the same time, if you get took, the game still goes. You understand what I'm saying? Masculine gets took, game over, and all that means is, as great as you are, feminine, you really wouldn't be anything without your divine masculine. Sure, you had a whole life before you met your twin, and sure, your twin had a whole life well before you. It being the case of my divine masculine, he's 30 years older than me, so he's been on Earth way longer than I have, experiencing and going through shit way longer than I have. But even still, you know, class didn't really get in session until here I am, little whippersnapper out here, thought I knew every motherfucking thing. You feel me? Until class got in session, and this divine class, this divine university I've been attending since recognition, it's literally transformed me into an X-Men. So this is optional. Feminines, you should want to do it anyway, whether your masculine fuck with it or not. He'll get with it as long as you wands doing what the fuck you need to be doing, which is your role, which is 3 of Wands, which we'll get into if it pop out. Masculine role is out here, 2 of Wands, and we'll get to that in a second. Masculine, we'll get to your role. We're talking about your feminine right now, but she's the expedition leader. Who are you? You're the person with the gun in the back. You security detail. You making sure, you know what I mean, don't nothing pop off. Divine feminine's like 6'9". Masculine, you're like security. She's Whitney Houston in The Bodyguard. You're Kevin Costner in The Bodyguard. You're the bodyguard. You dig? So that's how that works. Protect the feminine at all costs, because whatever she's doing, it could be a she could be he, I'll be rocking. It's gonna benefit you. It's gonna help you. It's for you. You're the main inspiration and the main muse to your feminine's madness. It's like you turn your feminine into a mad scientist. You turn your feminine into a mad scientist. It's like you told her about a formula, and from this formula you told her, she then took this formula and just came up on some whole other shit. It's like, hey, I came up on free energy off your thesis. She took what you had already, but just made it more beneficial. It's like you happen to be an old car collector. She just happens to be in car detail. You already had a raw ass car, but she's gonna take your car to a whole nother level. Like, you are already a genuinely good person, spiritually endowed person. She just took you to a whole nother level. Feminines are going to affect you emotionally, spiritually, mentally, theoretically, physically. Everything's going to change when your divine counterpart arrives, divine masculine. But at the end of the day, divine feminine, don't get too high up to where you start looking down at your divine masculine, forgetting he's the king. And it ain't a male, female, masculine, it's just the king over the feminine thing. No, it's an actual role. Checkmate. When that word come out, what is your main focus? The king. It makes sense then. You know what I mean? You having fun with the queen all day, but soon as checkmate, you ain't even gonna think about the queen. Queen is gonna be the furthest thing from your mind. It's gonna be protect the king at all costs. All terminology, all analogies, take that with you. Bottom line, more important than anything, stress. This is the number one issue amongst twin flames right now. At least this week's energies. Stress. That's losing sleep, losing teeth, losing hair, losing weight, or gaining weight the wrong way from stressing. And all stress is having too many thoughts in your head. Each one of these swords is a different thought. Trying to come out the one neuron. You know what I mean? You got like 9 ideas trying to come out of one brain. You going in swords. There are directions. There's decisions. You got all these decisions to make. They didn't piled up. If you didn't maintain them, shits wouldn't be looking like this. But, stress. Both of you, because you're twins, are stressing, but over different shit. Number one, you too stressed to be blessed. Anytime you start stressing, just think about your blessings. Feminine stressing more or anything about shit on your plate. You're a business owner now. You're an entrepreneur now. Like, you enterprising now. It's a lot more things you got going on now, feminine, than you had maybe like when you first met your masculine type situation. So you got a lot of obligations. You got a lot of things on your plate. That's what you're stressing about. You're stressing about the work. A lot of work that's got to get done. And for professional procrastinators like myself, I'm a divine feminine myself, just in case you didn't know. For professional procrastinators like myself, I always get like this. When I know I didn't procrastinate it or burnt my little leisure time off and now it's time to work. I work good under pressure, but pressure busts pipes. And that's the type of stress feminines be on. Masculine, you stressing over the inevitable. You stress over the inevitable. Things you have no control of. You stressing over like what you think you know. Like, it ain't what you think, it's what you know. Like, you stressing off what you think. You thinking 9 different things. But if you really knew what that thing was, you wouldn't go in all these directions with it. Amidst all these swords, all these directions, all these little thoughts right here, one of these thoughts is the right thought. But you don't know which one is which. That's why you stress. It's like you don't know if your feminine's in a good mood, bad mood, or ugly mood. Oh, and when your feminine comes out, she gets the tendency to trigger you. Hopefully she's not, because if you're still getting triggered by whatever your feminine doing, that's just signs you need to get you together. Because when your feminine was triggered over stuff you was doing, you politely told her that. It could be a she could be he. You know, I'll be rocking. Hey, if I'm still pissing you off from what the fuck I'm doing, then you need to get that's on you. This is time for you to, like I say, eat your words. You know? It's time to get triggered. It's time to be confused. I guarantee you, whatever you're stressing about masculine, I'm pretty sure your feminine got the remedy to it. And feminine, whatever you stressing about, I'm pretty sure it ain't nothing. Don't sweat the small stuff, and guess what? Everything is small. First card is message. Feminine, you directly coming into this reading, you got the 5 of Swords. Focus. This shit in every single one of your readings, feminine. I'm talking to myself. Feminine. Focus. A lot of feminines still ain't focused. A lot of feminines are still putting too much focus on the wrong things and not the right things. Let me put some more smoke on this. Ace of Swords. This is Ascension. Essentially. This is Ascension, essentially. It's going up. Ace of Swords is. What's up, goddess? What's up? It's only one right way. That's up. Any other way is a distraction or the wrong direction. There isn't duality, good or bad. It's just good. Bad is an option. That is another direction, an alternative direction you can choose to go to because you have free will to do whatever the fuck you want. But when you go up, you get strength, power, authority, dominion, courage, valor, strength. A for anything you need to, A for attain or A acquire to succeed, survive, and thrive in life. You get that yourself. You don't need to go outside yourself for shit. Really, you're going to God by going up to get the shit, but it's gettable nonetheless. Like, you need to focus on what's up and what's that, God. That's all you need to focus on. Focus on God and everything else will come to you. What does focusing on God mean? It's being about the kingdom's business. You could be doing something right now that can help a lot of people other than yourself. That's 301 and doing your job, Divine Family. Like I say, everybody working out here. We all doing that. Do more. Everybody taking care of their family. Everybody making ends meet around here. Like, everybody doing it. Everybody got bills. Like, everybody got stress. Everybody's stressing. Not just divines. Everybody going through this shit. Okay, do more. There's two types of people in the world. You got divines and karmics. Karmics, they just go round and around in a circle. Like a hamster in a gerbil wheel. Just going from aces to tens. Getting tiny wins and tiny wins and tiny wins and tiny wins. And ain't nothing elevated. Twins, how do twins move? How do divines move in an infinity? We do that wheel shit just like everybody else do. That's our job. That's our role. That's the shit that we gotta do to survive. Okay, but we come over here and we do God's business. There's people over here that need food, help, shelter, assistance, time, energy, resources that need it. It ain't as beneficial as what you're doing over here. Because you might be doing this shit for free. This might be volunteer. This might be, like I say, God's business. Yeah, you doing something for free to help somebody and taking the time out to do what you gotta do, but that's the difference between divines and karmics. Divines just do it like Nike and don't complain and don't talk and don't bitch about it. Karmics are always bitching about shit they gotta do. It'd be nice if they bitched about some shit that they was doing for the Lord, but even you tripping over what you're doing on this side or even mentioning what you're doing over this side to benefit what you're doing over this side is like weird, but focus. Just get focused on what matters, not what doesn't. Focus on your strength. Focus on your power, your authority, your dominion. Focus on your path, your direction, decisions you making right now, the direction you got to go at this current moment. That's what you need to focus on. Anything else will be added unto you. Speaking of additions, masculine, you're coming to the situation with a big ass pinnacle. This could be whatever it is a person, place, or thing. Whatever this is, it's very important to you. Whatever this is, you're going to need to be in attendance of. So this could be a child. You and your wife and having a baby. Well, it ain't just about y'all now. It's about a whole nother pinnacle that's going to introduce themselves in a minute. But before this thing arrives, A4 arrives, you need to be prepared for this. This could be a business, A4 account, a business account. That's just been introduced to the Twin Flame Union reunion recognition thing. It's actually the fuck I'm gonna do with my masculine. Actually, I'm actually bring him one of these. It's like, hey, I got something for you, G. And he attains it, he acquires it, and it's like it's a demo. It's something. Whatever this is, it's valuable. It's important, and it's like, okay. He reads it, and it's like, we can do some shit to add addition to the bank account, addition to the enterprise, addition to whatever else we doing right now to add on. This could be attendance. This is a graduation. You need to be there to attend a funeral to attend. Matter of fact, let me pick another smoke. Pick some more smoke. Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles is the re card. So it's RERE. It's also 70%, which is passing. When this come out, something got to change. Like I said, you're having a baby. So it's time to rearrange some things so you can fit this in your life. This is a opportunity. a new job, a piece of property. It's something. Whatever the something is, you're gonna have to, like I say, 7 of Pentacles, rearrange your 8 of Pentacles, life, to fit this in here. 8 of Pentacles is the life. That's shoes on your feet, clothes on your back, comfortable beds you're sleeping on. That's your car, your crib, your job, your kids. God is in your life. Twin flames in your life. It's your life and everything in it. Sometimes in your life, you got to take a step back to get to this stage right here. So really reanalyze and reshape things. Why? So you can fit more things in your life. See if it's something you need to replace to fit something in here. Like I said, it's an addition. But usually when an addition happens, there's a subtraction that happens with it. And that's the energy you got, masculine. So addition and subtraction. If it's a new beginning, then there's an ending on the horizon. I'm saying shit one time. If you're stepping into a new beginning, a new chapter, a new stage, a new era in life, then another era is closing. Another chapter is ending. And that's just where you at. Masculines, a lot of masculines are getting to another chapter. It could be fatherhood, it could be ownership, it could be, like I say, just love. You going somewhere in love you ain't never been. You going somewhere with the heart you ain't never been. You going in a direction you ain't never been before. Like whatever it is, you gotta end things to begin things. Addition, subtraction. Feminine, in regards to yourself personally, directly, in the feminine realm, you got the 7 of Swords. This is secrets. It's a cat coming out the bag. Some darkness coming to the light. Could be yours or somebody else's secret. This is you keeping 100 with somebody keeping 100 with you, or you keeping 100 with yourself. This is wearing so many hats you don't know where your original hat is. This is you, wearing so many faces you don't even know what the original face is anymore. It's like you spreading yourself so thin you ain't got enough you for you. This could also be results. Results. Let me pick another card. Alright, this double card. I don't know how long it's been sitting there, or when I picked him out or anything. He's just chilling at the cut over here. It's 3 of Wands behind him. But I'm going to use this card to clarify this secret, right? Results or something. So we got the double card. Double card, and this just deals with the divine feminine directly. This could be many things. Double card is addiction. This could be you starting to see that you're addicted to something, or someone's addicted. You're getting aware that somebody else is addicted to something. Or it could be you realize that you're doing something in access, or somebody else is doing something in access, or somebody's coming to you about what you're doing in access, and vice versa. This could be codependency. Truth is, you're either accepting the fact that you're a codependent ass person, or the person you enabling it, you're making them codependent. Or it could be just negative toxic behavior that you're doing, that you don't know you're doing until, like I said, the cat came out the bag about it. Yes. You're doing it. Like, one thing about the devil card, it can be tricky. Devil card could also be like regression. You're doing something you said you won't do no more, or you hear about somebody back on something they wasn't supposed to be on no more. This could be like a person back on drugs, or you back on drugs, or a person back on alcohol, or you back on alcohol, or a person, going backwards. I mean, we ain't perfect. We all fall. You know what I'm saying? We all stumble. We all falter. Especially on the road to recoveries and shit like that. This ain't all bad. Hearing about this, or being revealed about a person you love, or maybe your twin flame. This is a twin flame reading. So, with that being said, this is either a masculine secret you're going to find out, or it's going to be revealed, or your secret is going to get found out or be revealed to your masculine. Something about you. It's going to be pretty Interesting. Whatever this is, masculine in regards to you, feminine, it's gonna be some karmic shit. Whatever it is. So, 4 cups is the world. This is temporary space and time where all things expire. It's the third rock from the sun, the place where we physically dwell. We're spiritual beings having a physical experience. Remember that shit. Now, usually when a world card come out, it's usually some karmic shit because the world is karmic as fuck. It's not the infinite. It's not heaven. The world is not heaven. The world is not Zion. The world is not moving on the laws and the divine laws and divine physics of the fourth and fifth dimension. Karmic shit. So, gotta pick another card. This is really looks. Yeah. So, once again, on top of this, and this deals with the feminine energy or a particular feminine. Feminine got the truth and the devil card right here. So, one thing about the world, like I say, what's done in the dark comes to the light. Eventually, truth comes out, right? So, feminine, if it's your secret, if it's your truth that's coming out right now, you know what I'm saying? It's like, whatever it is, it's some karmic shit. And your masculine's gonna have to it's gonna make a real big decision to either go towards you or away from you during this whole, it's like a decision. This is the energy I see with most twins, you know? Like I say, separation has to happen. It's the energy of twins who are in recognition, separating for the first time due to whatever reasons. First time me and my twin flame separated was when I came out the box with the whole, when I 7 of swords, came out the box with the whole twin flame thing. I did it for 2 reasons. Number one, so I could be mentally sword free. Truth is out there. Like, I bet I said it. It's better than just being bound by it. Me just knowing this and not saying nothing to it. And I always tell twins to say it. You want to be the first one to introduce your divine masculine or divine counterpart to this twin flame thing. Masculines that go for you, you want to be the first person to introduce this whole twin flame lingo shit to your divine counterpart, your divine feminine. Why? Before somebody else do it. Tells you it's a lot of twin clones out here. It's a lot of false twin flames out here. It's a lot of wannabe twins out here, man. And they karmic as shit. And they want your twin. You know what I mean? So it'd be best coming from you and then them, because they're gonna go in a direction from it. They're gonna cups feel something about it, have some type of emotions about the direction. You just going in a direction telling the truth. That's why it's a sword. You're going in a direction telling the truth. So first 2 years I know my twin, man, we were like 2 peas in a pod. Everywhere he went, I went. Everywhere I went, he went. It didn't happen like we didn't plan on none of this shit. It just happened like we just happened to jet like that. Just happened to happen. Trust me. So I'm trying to figure out what this is. Like, yo, what is this? Just a friend? He a person from my soul tribe or something like that, man? Because I feel like I know him from another world. I feel like he's familiar. My twin felt too familiar to me. Like I knew him from somewhere. I just didn't know. I knew I seen him from somewhere. I never seen him in my life. It's a draw to him that I just had to figure out what the fuck this was. That's how I even came up on the whole twin flame lingo. And once I came up on it and started to analyze it, I'm like, okay. I had a little false twin flame, you know. Thought somebody was my divine feminine because I put myself in the masculine energy off top, like most twins do. You try to come at it the normal way. And then as some twins find out, you find out what your twin flame demo is. It could be a same-sex twin flame. It could be a non-romantic, non-sexual twin flame situation. Your twin flame could actually be a family member. My twin throws that in my face a lot. He swear up and down my twin flame is my mom. She a divine masculine? Could be. But I'm pretty sure I would figure that out with the first false twin flame that I had. You know what I mean? I got a twin sister too. She's a masculine energy. Feminine, but masculine. Masculine, but feminine. It's all about dynamics. But yeah, you know, it could be a family member. I know some twins like that. That's, in reality, normal. Twin flame situations like mine. In reality, normal, but not talked about. Because you can't sell it that way. It ain't marketable that way. it ain't really easier to go down in the palette that way. So saying all that to say this. It's not gonna come out feminine. It's gonna be like your business. It's gonna be like it's the equivalent of your masculine hearing about who you was just dating. It's like you dated a celebrity and didn't say shit. You see you in pictures with this celeb, and it's like, damn, you could at least say something. Damn, it's good. Or it's like, yo, feminine smashed one of your homies. She didn't know they was your homies. Maybe your homies was on some other shit, and that left a real bad taste in your mouth, and you kind of still ain't forgave that. Or it could be just like something that happened in your twin flame situation that you swore up and down was the truth, but you're starting to see that it's not. And in fact, that all the time, energy, and resources that's been spent on you thinking that was the truth and it's not, it's like you seeing that it kind of stifled a lot of growth and development that could have happened in your twin flame demo masking. Like it could vary. It could be your business that you told your feminine that you think your feminine gonna use against you because everybody else is doing it. There ain't nothing to worry about or stress about. Like I say, your divine counterpart will never use your ammo to hurt you. Accidents can happen. Some twins got big ass mouths. Some masculines got big ass mouths. So, like I say, it's just you trying to figure out what direction you want to go with your feminine, given what your feminine knows about you now, or given what you know about your feminine now. And yes, it deals with secrets. It deals with things that's happened in the past, or people of the past, or shit that's just totally irrelevant. No, take that how you want. Masculine role, feminine. You in regards to the masculine energy, you got the Ten of Cups. This is happiness or emotional contentment or emotional fulfillment. You know, you make yourself happy. Nobody makes you happy. You're happy with people. You're happy when you're around. You're divine masculine, but sometimes you're happy when you're around yourself or other people. What's happy? Happy is gay. What's gay? Happy. Take that how you want. This energy been popping out a lot for a lot of feminists. You know what I mean? For a lot of feminists. Gotta put more smoke on this. Ten of Wands. Gotta end things to begin things. So, like I say, feminine, your happiness comes at the price of the end of somebody else being happy with you. So it's like you broke up with somebody. You happy because you free. You know what I mean? But they're not with you no more. So they're like affected from the fact that they don't get to enjoy this anymore. Or maybe you too happy. Maybe you too geeked and you need to kind of dial it down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? This is like spoiling your surprise happy. This is like keep your trap shut. And don't shit I do in my twin flame situation a lot. I fuck up a lot of my twin flame shit from my mouth. Whether saying some slick shit, saying the wrong shit, whether talking when my twin say shut up. Even this talking. He told me shut up playtime. I'm still talking type shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like our shit need to be sometimes you do need to dial down shit. But it depends on who coming at you like that. Like when your twin come at you, like when your lion masculine come at you, the lion feminine. Like for real. Pay attention to what he's doing. Like you hear what he's saying, okay? But it's what he's doing is what you need to be paying attention to. It's what you need to see. Is what you kind of need to get, comprehend. It's actions and behavior he telling you, and that's what you need to really take to heart. Because 80% of it is the action and behavior coming from whatever he's saying, which is 20% of it. Take that how you want. But yeah, while you being happy, somebody gonna be not happy. That's on them. They ain't got shit to do with you. But keep doing your thing. Don't pump your brakes because they feel some type of way. But then you got flip side. Sometimes you can't be too geeked. It's like not something your masculine can teach you. Don't let your left hand know what your right hand doing. You could be transitioning, getting ready to move and start a whole new life. And instead of moving quietly, You bragging, you telling folks about it, word get back to whoever you leaving or whatever situation or system you trying to get out of, and they get rid of you before you get rid of them. A lot of tragic shit has happened in relationships in the process of women getting ready to leave or men getting ready to leave situations. Be best if you just lay low, did it, and talk about it later. Just a message to some feminists out there. Psh, be quiet with this move. Might save your life. Might save your shitload of karmic crap. Cause I'm telling you, karmics, man, they ain't regular people, man. They ain't thinking right. They don't act like, man, murder suicide is real. Be careful. Let everybody know what your move is. It could save your life for real. It's the equivalent of like, I ain't gonna go there. Wrapping this up, masculine, you in regards to yourself personally, you got the Ten of Swords. This is death or a permanent ending. It's another death in the family. Death is frequent. Like I say, tomorrow's not promised to nobody. You know, so when your divine feminine tells you like she loves you, she really mean that shit. And she'll rather you hear it now than beyond the grave. That's how I am. I'm feminine energy. I tell people I love them. Not all the time. Except if I'm crazy about you, then, you know, of course I'm going to say it as much as I can because I might not see you tomorrow. I might die tonight. You might die in the morning. The world might die or end tomorrow morning. Or tonight, nigga. Who knows? Nobody knows the day or the hour. The world, 4 cups. The world is just as vulnerable as a human being is in it. Just like, you know, me living in Chicago, it's just the statistics of me kind of getting caught by a bullet is a little higher than usual, just given my environment. You know, I'm vulnerable in my city on a level that most cities ain't. But just like I'm vulnerable in the Shy, that's how the world is vulnerable in the universe. Shit. You got bullets, you got gamma ray bursts, you got black holes, you got rogue planets, you got solar flares, solar storms, you got radiation. There's so much shit in the universe. There's so many things keeping us afloat here. Like if Jupiter didn't exist, a lot of asteroids would be plummeting towards Earth in this modern day age that we got right now. You know what I'm saying? And it can happen tomorrow. So saying all shit to say this. When things end, they have to. But there's 2 types of endings. There's temporary endings and there's permanent ones. Feminine is going through a temporary ending. She's pumping the brakes on something. She's leaving something alone while she can before it ends up like this. Gotta pick another card, man. I'm finna get deep on this one. 6 of Wands. Wins, victories, and celebrations. Some masculine. This breakup, this divorce, this lawsuit, you know, this legal separation. If you do it now, like if it happens like now or soon, you know what I mean? It could be very beneficial to you and what you got going on. It's over though. And like I said, this is something you ain't going back to. This is somewhere you're not going back to. This is a situation you don't want to revisit. Because the second time ain't going to be too cool. So, whatever you had with your karmic is over. Finally over with. You can actually say, like, it's over. You know, whatever you were legally bound to, because that's what the devil card could be too. Just a bad fucking contract. Did the devil card come out? It did. It was right with this truth. You know, truth is, you could have signed on a bad contract. The feminine had this energy. But, the masculine could have signed on a bad contract or something like, you know, whatever just ended. You know, wherever you free from, whatever just left, it's better. Whoever just died, they're in a better place. Obviously, they was suffering, and you know, however life they was living prior to this, you know, it's better. They in a better place than they was just a second ago. And like I say, death is natural when it happens. let it go. And it's like from this death, you come up on something. It's like an auntie dying or a cousin dying and leaving you property, leaving you crib, leaving you something you need, whatever it is. It's gonna be an Ace of Pentacles, something big. Could be your benefit. So when you die, somebody gets, the benefits, from you who you feel need it or should have it or you would want to have it type situation like that. Like just death. Death has a way of bringing people together. Death has a way of taking things to another plateau. This could be soul essentially you being like the sole heir to something. Like your whole generation died off, you're the only one still alive, or you're finna get something because of that. But it was the secret, Seven Swords. Nobody was talking about that, and it didn't get revealed till just now. That type of shit. Weird. Yeah, something's gonna come to an end, but from this ending, a new beginning is gonna happen. From this ending, a new beginning can happen. From the death of this relative, you're gonna come up on something. Could be a spouse. Could be somebody you didn't even know you forgot you was married to or some shit like that. And like, they croak and you come up on something like, this one funny shit is a movie. Ain't no telling what can happen or will happen between the twins this week. This looks like something very movie like, something very interesting. Like future final role wrapping this up. Let's go do it like this. Feminine going to the future, you got the divine masculine's role. Masculine going to the future, you got the divine feminine's role. It's a big difference. Masculine, it's your job to tool wand your divine feminine. The tool wands is in the divine feminine's energy, isn't it? Thus, masculine, you doing your job. What does your job consist of? Like I say, when feminine calls, you pick up. When you call your feminine, she picks up. Your feminine needs you to be somewhere or would like you to show up somewhere, you do. Your feminine wants you to take interest in something, you take interest in it. Like, bare minimum, it's just being there. Feminine needs your support right now, you're there to support her. Whether that's financially, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, whatever. You being there, that's your job. And it looks like a lot of feminines, your masculine is doing their job with you. So quit tripping over the more part. Because like I say, this shit is optional. He don't have to do the bare minimum that is his job that he's doing already. It's like we said in the first beginning, it's up to your job to accelerate the situation. We wrapping this up. Masculine going to the future, you got the divine feminine as well. What does your divine feminine do? She elevates you. She elevates herself to higher levels. The reason why she needs your support is so she can elevate the game to a whole new level. It ain't just her purpose. Her purpose will become your purpose. Your two purposes will become intertwined. Like, it's more work your feminine's doing because, like I said, your feminine is more in tune. She has more intuition. She's researched. She's been in, like I say, it's the whole Trinity and Neo aspect. Trinity been in Zion way longer than Neo. But look how Neo just went from being just like Mr. Innocent to the one. The development, the growth, the acceleration from adjusting from the Matrix to the real world. Neo adjusted way quicker than I'm sure Trinity did. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, that's the divine master's job is to accelerate things. That's my message. Hope I can be a good use. I'll let your boy if you need any readings. Once again, special price readings, they're gonna expire on Mother's Day. So I will book before then. And thank y'all for y'all time. I'll holler at y'all in a minute. Peace.